Hello?
Hi, Mom.
Hi, honey. How are you doing? You humming a song?
Huh?
You were humming?
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you?
I was humming chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Oh, I love that song. I love you.
I love you too.
I miss you. Oh, so, we were having such a good talk last week, but I feel like the minute we start to have a good conversation, it's time to go. Do you ever feel that way?
Yeah.
It's like
as soon as we start talking about something we actually like talking about.
Yeah. Exactly, because it takes a while to get warmed up. You're like, hey, how are you? And then we finally start having a conversation, and it's time to go. So I thought this week I just want to jump right back into it because we started having a good conversation. So let's just finish it, even though we have to wait. You know what else happens? As soon as we hang up the phone, I think of things I wanted to tell you. Does that happen to you too?
Yeah, I'm I think about it, and then when you're talking, and then I forget, and then after the call is ended, I remember, and it's just
oh, now I have to wait a whole week, right? Yeah, so I'm it's really hard to squeeze in all the things we want to say in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hopefully have more time to talk soon. And maybe even some privacy. We'll know in about 3 weeks if we're going to see each other. And I can't wait to know the answer, and I hope we can finally see each other. I'm really trying
Guess what?
Yeah?
I'm not in the office.
Oh, yeah, where are you? In the den?
On the porch.
Oh. How was your day today?
Good.
How was your week this week?
Good.
You want to tell me about it?
Well, I went to the creek. That was fun.
Good.
Got some toads.
Good.
Oh, and guess what happened last week?
What happened?
I caught a salamander.
Oh, they're so cute. I love those little slimy guys.
But I don't but it kind of grosses me out. You know how, they can, their tails just, pop off?
Oh, they do?
Yeah, and, but they grow back.
Wow.
They can, regenerate their tails.
Yeah?
When I caught it,
yeah,
guess what was in my friend's hand?
The tail.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Who's your friend?
A girl named Awen.
Awen? You went with Awen? That's nice. So,
yes.
what were you going to say?
When it comes off, the tail is still wriggling.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Ew.
It's really gross.
Yeah, that's kind of cool, though, isn't it?
Yeah. it's still attached to their body.
Mhm. I know. It's amazing. Nature is so amazing. So, well, that's good that all that happened. Who's home with you?
Dad, Poppy's in New York, Grammy's in bed.
Cannon was here all week for his birthday.
Really?
He turned 2, and man, we were missing you so much, Ava, because
tell him I said happy birthday.
Oh, I will. That's so sweet. He is such a wild kid. He's like a little wild child, he's
one of my friends, cousins.
Yeah.
On that side, he's not a baby anymore.
Yeah.
But he will he's younger than me. Will blast through the house.
Yeah, and that's what Cannon does. He blasts all over, runs around in circles. He jumps on the bed. He jumps off furniture. He climbs on everything.
When I used to jump off the dresser?
Of course I do. And anyway, we love Cannon so much. He's such a great kid. But he made us so tired. We were like, oh, really, really, really wish Ava was here because you're young and you have the energy. You could help us watch him and take care of him. And you could run around with him.
Oh, remember when I took all that like stuffing out, and then you came in and you're like, Ava, what are you doing? And I was like, it's time for you to go now.
I do remember. It was so funny. You know, you were only 1 year old when you said that. I was.
And I was like, it's time for you to go now.
And Cannon kind of does the same thing when he doesn't want it. When he wants to do something naughty, he says, "Bye, bye, bye," like he wants you to go away. So that he can do the naughty thing he wants to do. It's very funny. He reminds me a lot of you when you were little. He also likes to run around naked. And yeah, you put a diaper on him and he goes and he rips it off and runs around the house. It's very funny.
Yeah, he's like, it's like a loop. You like put it on, rips it off.
Exactly.
Runs around the house. You put it on, he rips it off, runs around the house.
Like, come back here with your naked buns. And he's like, wah, away. So,
Oh, remember when I was 3 and I sit on the table with my diaper on? I was like 3 or 2. I think I was 2.
Yeah. So he's...
And just like, I'm never getting back in clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, when you're a really little kids like 2 or 3 year olds, they love to run around naked. But then when you get older, you're like, yeah, I think I'll put some clothes on. I don't want everyone looking at my hiney, you know. So it's funny how people change when they grow up, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I still don't like clothes.
You know what? I still don't like them either. I think it's fun being naked. But anyway.
But now I at least don't,
But you know you have to wear them.
Okay, with just like everyone, so that's like.
Of course. I'm sure that when you're 8 years old, you don't rip off all your clothes and run around naked because people would be like, is she crazy? Or something.
Just be like, yeah, I'd like to have a blah.
And they'd be like, you know, you can't come to school like that. So, I can't believe school's starting in a week. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah? I can't believe you're going to be in 3rd grade. You're such a big girl.
Guess what?
What?
Me and my 2 best friends are in the same class.
Oh, hooray. I'm so glad. Guess what? Everyone in my, like in the schools where I live, they're not going back to school. They're all going to homeschool. Isn't that crazy?
Really?
Yeah. Nobody's going back to school. They're not opening the schools because of COVID.
We're just like gonna have like half days. We're not gonna have like full days.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. At least you won't have to be there all day, you know. But you can still see
You
your
know what?
friends.
I think they're afraid, like if we have lunch there, then like something we eat will have like the coronavirus on it.
Is that why? Okay.
Well, usually in half days we don't have lunch.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So,
But anyway, if we do end up bringing having lunch there, then I think we're not gonna like buy lunch. Because then the lunch ladies would touch it, and if one of them had the coronavirus.
there's so much stuff to think about. I'm sorry you have to even, when I was your age, there was no coronavirus. We didn't even think about this stuff at all. So.
It will probably clear up.
It probably will.
It's getting better.
Is it? That's good.
I mean, less people have been dying.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. So yeah, I hope it gets better and you won't have to worry about getting coronavirus for the rest of your forever, you know. But anyway, I wanted to
Guess what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I watch the news and two people just got out of the hospital.
Oh, I'm glad. You watched the news already? I didn't watch the...
Sometimes I just
You hear it?
Sometimes if I'm somewhere, then I'll go to I'll go somewhere and I'll come home and it's on it.
Yeah.
I'll just hear something.
You're so
Sometimes
smart.
Sometimes Dad plays it on. Dad plays it in the car.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanted to finish what we were talking about last week. Do you remember?
No.
Okay, just when it's kind of awkward to talk about it because we only have 15 minutes, and because, Dad's listening and he's recording the call. But we started to talk about standing up for yourself. Remember?
Yeah.
And I really want you to do that. I really do. I don't want, you to stand up for yourself. If ever anything bothers you, don't be afraid to say it. Don't be afraid to say it. Because sometimes people don't know that something's bad or wrong unless you stand up and say, hey, this is not right. This is not okay, This is bothering me. This is, And the other thing I wanted to talk to you, or that we started to talk about last week, was not staying mad for the rest of your life. Because you said last week, if you stay mad for your whole entire life, you'll never be happy. And I think that's a really good point, Ava. You made a really good point last week. If you just stay mad and keep fighting your entire life, you will not be happy. The only way to be happy is you have to be able to forgive people. And, forgiveness is really, really important to happiness.
If you never forgive anyone, then you will end up with no friends.
First of all, you'll end up with no friends. Second of all, you'll be angry all the time. And, who wants to be angry?
That's not fun.
It's not fun.
You'll never have fun if you're just always just being
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm glad you realize that now because it's just really important. People make mistakes, but you have to say, look, I forgive you. And we forgive people for ourselves. Because if we hold on to the anger, then it'll make us unhappy. So it's
if you make other people unhappy, then you'll just be unhappy.
That's true, too. You have to try to make other people happy.
People think that, hey, if I do this, then I won't be angry anymore. But it just makes it worse.
Yeah. It can, and that's we talked last week about our heroes, Rosa Parks and Martin Luther King. And that's what they always said. They always said you have to forgive people. You have to, and love is more important than hate. And also you have to stand up for yourself when something's bad. Because that's what they did. Because they were trying, people were really not treating black people right. They were making them go to different schools and sit in the back of the bus and all these things. And people right now are still doing it. They're still fighting for basic human rights.
A shorter way to say that, segregation stinks.
Yeah, you're right. That's a shorter way to say it. I'm taking a long time to say it, but that's exactly what I'm trying to say. But it would never have ended if people didn't stand up and say, this is wrong, this is bad, and it has to stop. And then, try to move on from there, try to rebuild and make a better, try to get along better with people so that you can be happy. So, all right, now it's almost time to go already. I can't believe how fast it went again. I know. Is there anything we want to say before we have to go?
I'll miss you. And I do not want to wait until next week.
I don't either. I love you so much. I think about you. As soon as we hang up the phone, I start counting down the minutes to our next call. And it's a long week waiting to talk to you. My happiest days are Tuesdays, definitely, because And I can't wait for you to meet your cousin. You are going to love him so much. He's so little and cute and funny.
I just said it's by now.
It's time already? Darn it. All right, honey. I love you so much, and I hope you have a good week. Enjoy your last week before school starts. I hope you get
And I'm kind of excited.
excited to go back to school.
Yeah, I really, really, really miss miss everybody. I haven't seen my friend Jack in so long.
And what about Jaden?
I know.
I can't
I
wait.
so bad.
I know. I'm so happy for you. And when you do get to see them, you'll have to tell me about it, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, I hope you get to go to the beach this week or the creek or something.
So Dad said that like after the second week of school on the weekend we can go to the beach.
Oh, okay. That'll be nice. Wow.
Hi, Mom.
I love you, honey. Bye.
Bye.
Stand up for yourself.